So one of the major concerns for people with the MSRP cuts that are coming to Ram and Jeep, Stellantis in general, as far as Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram is concerned, is negative equity. And, well, the board actually had a conversation about it, so let's talk about it.
For the longest time, whoa, for the longest.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and this could be a positive sign for those of you that have bought a Ram or a Jeep in the last 24 months. A lot of people paid like right at close to 100, and some people over 100,000 for some of these Jeeps and Rams. And one of the biggest problems with a massive MSRP cut is it instantly puts you massively, you're already underwater anyway as soon as you drive off the lot with one of these things. But then to take another 20 to 25 to 30 something percent off, cutting, it literally just cuts you off at the knees. It just makes it where you're stuck with that vehicle for the foreseeable future. You can't trade out of it. You really can't do anything unless you're going to eat, $45,000 in negative equity. And we're seeing a lot of it in the industry. And one of the things that the board of directors were talking about, because this is the biggest holdback for, at least for the chairman, for John Elkin, is they're walking on eggshells with the Mopar faithful, if that's what you want to call it, because they're worried about pissing off the fans even further. And one way you do that is by putting people in a massively negative equity upside down situation when they were, brand loyal and came back and bought another Ram from you, and now they're screwed. You basically screwed them out of 30-40 grand. Well, one of the ideas that were floated was negative equity assistance. I think that's a great idea. Being, if you're brand loyal, say you're going from a certain Ram to another Ram, that CDJR, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, aka Stellantis, supposedly will massively help with the negative equity. Now, I'm sure there's going to be strings attached to it, like have to finance through, Stellantis Financial, and things of that nature. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. Who knows what your interest rate would be? It's probably going to be at a maxed out 84 months with a certain interest rate, and they'll, maybe eat half of that negative equity. Now, I'm assuming here, I don't know what the actual number is of this negative equity assistance, but I'm pretty damn sure it will be a Stellantis Financial, where you had to finance through them only to be able to get that deal. But it could help, if they cut the manufacturer's suggested retail price, they offer this negative equity assistance, it kind of alleviates the people from, as long as you stay in a Stellantis product, it kind of alleviates this is BS, you put me in $40,000 in debt, negative equity position that those people would be in. So, in my opinion, I think it's a great idea. At this point, it's just conversations between members of the board. They're floating ideas on ways that they can win back customers. They also talked about some other loyalty program where, they would offer a bigger incentive for somebody that may have been a Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep Ram customer for the last 10 years, things of that nature. They floated all different types of things to try to bring back the Mopar faithful. But I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Do you think negative equity assistance, if it's offered by Stellantis, and they cut these MSRP rates at what they're talking about cutting them, do you think it brings former Mopar fans back to Mopar? Does it bring people back to Ram? Does it bring people back to Jeep? I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.